The Spirit of the Most High has been released on the land. You can see that by the awakening of the Most High's people. You know, they've always been asking, you talk about in the scriptures, like, where's your God? Bow down to us. Where's your power now? He's here now. He turned his face away from us for a time, and he's now turned it back to us. That's why we're getting these revelations and bringing this information that is not being, that the other nations are not going to be able to talk down, to ignore, to minimize, to, you know, just make excuses for. Those days are done. You have to understand, like, if you ever read the Florentine Codex, where you actually get the natives' point of view of what was going on when the Spaniards got here. See, when the Spaniards came on the land, they knew that the Most High Spirit had left them. The Most High's protection had left them. Okay, and we're just experiencing the exact same things right now with the other nations. See, when the Spaniards came on the land, Montezuma had already had all these omens and visions for years before they got here. They knew what was on the way. They knew these Spaniards were going to come and they were going to take their freedom, take their lands and everything else. It was already prophesied. But see, they hide this information. They want you to believe that the natives didn't have any connection with the Most High. They didn't know about prophecies and omens. But I've done videos on it on my YouTube channel, but if you know, like, the Florentine Codex goes into all these omens and things that were going on for years, many years before the Spaniards got here. Well, when they were on the land, the Montezuma knew what was coming. The people knew what was coming. And before they came into Tenochtitlan, there was like a silence for a very long time. There was just like silence because they knew that the blessing of the Most High had gone away. They knew that what was coming was going to be absolutely horrific. And that's exactly what happened. So, you know, it's the same thing going on right now. The people know that their blessing has gone. They don't understand exactly why, but they know that there's a huge shift and there's been a huge change since the end of 2019. They know that the days of going back to, you know, the good old days and the way things were is a wrap. The further we get away from the end of 2019, the more desperate the world gets, the more crazy the world gets, because they're getting further and further away from their blessing, and it's getting more entrenched in their minds that their blessing is done and that those good old days are not going to come back. So we know that many people are looking for the truth. They're looking for, why are these things happening? They know they're not going to get these truths from their pastors. They're not going to get these truths from their priests. They're not getting any of these truths from their religious organizations. All they get is the same things over and over again from them, because it's a wrap. So just like the Aztecs, you know, we had to kind of wait for for Cortez and the conquistadors to show up, but we already knew that we had lost the battle. That's exactly what's going on right now. People still think that they have this kind of power and this understanding of the scriptures, and they think the Bible's still for everyone. They're still, you know, they still have that, you know, that they still have that blindness that they think that they have the scriptures and that they have the understanding. The scriptures are for them, but that blindness eventually is going to come off. Those scales over your eyes are going to come down, and you're going to realize that everything that you've been taught has been a lie. You're going to realize that, and you're getting this. Like I said, this is the calm before the storm. And it was exactly what happened with the Aztecs and the Florentine Codex. Montezuma and the people knew that the Spaniards were on the land. They knew they were seeing how they were just taking down nation after nation, you know, and they knew eventually they were going to get to Tenochtitlan. They were going to take them down too. And it was just the whole society just paused and stopped, and nothing was going on, you know, and that's what's going on right now. People think about the future and things like that, but there's not going to be any future like you had before. Okay, that is all done. That is all a wrap, you know, and now comes the judgment. People have been getting an opportunity to hear this truth and make changes, but now judgment is on the way. The Most High Spirit is moving on the land. You might have a little bit of time to still cleave and chase after the Most High. That's not up to me. That's up to you. That's up to the Spirit that's being sent to you. But this is like that pause, you know, that calm before the storm is what you're experiencing right now. You know, you're getting a chance to kind of reassess everything, reevaluate everything, get your thoughts in order, see if you can repent and chase after the Most High here at the end. Many people are doubling down on what they already have been taught and whatever else. And like I said, that's their prerogative. Whatever it is they want to do, you know, feel free. You know, but there's a reason why all of a sudden The whole world is just so accepting of absolutely everyone and everything. You know, we all got to be accepting of this and accepting of that. And, you know, you just got to love everyone, and love will conquer everything. But see, that there's another sign that they've lost their blessing. Because before, when they had the blessing, was that what they were pushing? Were they pushing acceptance of everyone? Were the Israelites allowed to just go ahead and just do their practices and participate, you know, in their practices and chase their father? Hell no. They were forced to, you know, comply to the Catholic Church or be killed. So they were not about getting together and working together and everything else. They're about implementing their narrative, implementing their traditions, implementing their religion at the end of a sword. But that sword has now been taken away from them. So now they had to resort to a new tactic. The new tactic is, well, we just got to be accepting. We got to love everyone. We all need to come together. We need to work together. But that's never been my priority. Pause right now. Calm before the storm. If you're being called, chase the Most High. Shalom.